My name's Andrew Phillips. I'm a sophomore at Lafayette College. I play men's basketball. I'm an economics major. My dad's name was Andy Phillips. My dad was, one of the best guys I've ever known. He was super fun, outgoing. He loved sports. He loved the Eagles. He just won the Super Bowl, so he would have loved that. Big family man. Loved food. He worked for a bunch of food companies, so that was one of his biggest, passions. So my dad passed away in May of 2020 from COVID. Obviously, I think it was a shock at first, and he was in the hospital for about 3 or 4 months. We obviously were hoping he would get better. It was tough for us. We couldn't visit him because the rules. So my mom was the only one. So she would come back and forth and tell us how he was doing. The emotions part was really tough. We were obviously trying to be really positive, and then once he did pass away, I think it was just a really big shock. You lost a huge piece of your life, someone you look to every day. Yeah, I think it was, obviously devastating. Having 3 older siblings, I think we just came together and said, this is who we have now. We have to always be there for each other, and then be there for mom through all this. It's really hard on her, obviously. Basketball was huge. I think it was obviously something he loved, I love. So I think, playing basketball, taking your mind off it, I guess in the first few years or months after he did pass, playing basketball really, made me happy because he loved it and I loved it. And then obviously you're getting your mind off it. So I think having a sport or something you love turning to is really important. So I wear a cross that has my father's ashes inside of it. The cross is, super important to me, and all my siblings have it. I feel like he's with me, carrying, obviously his ashes is something that's important. So something I would never want to lose. Knock on wood, I haven't lost it yet. And then the bracelet, obviously, has his name on it. So I think this is more for, a showing piece. People come up to me, who's that? So I give them a backstory. I think I still feel like he's with me on my wrist and the cross. If I would tell my younger self something, I would tell him to, talk about Dad, bring out the memories. And being able to tell his story is, important to his memory and important to me. And just talking about him, keeps it, alive and keeps him, with me. One of the main things I do is I pray, and then I pray to him. I say, can you watch over me during this game? Help me to play well. I feel him during the games especially, because that was one thing he loved. Loved watching us, loved watching me play. I think that is, the key thing, is just knowing he's there. If I could tell him anything right now, it would be that, I miss him and I love him. And, I'm having fun playing college basketball, as we always talked about.